Why do I have to rotate? Ooh, it's a whole lot of boobs. Hi guys! So if you're in here, say hi. Yeah, it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Why does everything seem so bright? There's not any like lights on. That's like sunshine from outside. Hey, but you know, sometimes, girl, you just be making me want to cry because you just support me on everything. Girl, see the diva, I love you so freaking much. So it's 4th of July here, and I figured I got up in a really good mood. You laughing at me though? You laughing at me though? There's no makeup. This is not fun time. We about to have some chat, okay? We about to chat on some things. So I've been really into reading lately, and I'm in my house clothes, looking crazy, girl, looking crazy. I'm lucky I put on a bra, okay? So I got up this morning feeling really good. Why I gotta have so much boobage? Feeling really good, and I got up and was ready to read. So as you know, I finished the Keto diet book, which if you want to talk about, let me know, because I really, really like this book. House clothes and snooker. You know it, girl. You know it. This book was so good. It was worth every $20, every cent of the $20. Girl, I done stickied it up to the recipes I want to try. I mean, I've been in this book highlighting like my life depended on it. Look, it ain't no joke, okay? I love this book. However, this diet is really hard. It's not hard. It's just really, this diet is kind of, I'm trying to put it in the right way without being like sounding crazy. It's different. Let's just put it that way. This diet is really different because it's so many restrictions, but not like, you know, you just can't have a lot of carbs. You know, you can have carbs, but you don't know exactly which ones. Can y'all hear the AC? And is it really loud? Because if it's really loud, I'll turn it off because it's pretty cool in here. But if you're a number 2 person, say hi. Who are you? How you doing? What's up? What's good? Happy 4th of July. So my thing with this is that I'm over the whole high fat situation. I'm good with that. Tell me about the keto book. I'm thinking about trying the keto again. Okay, so keto book. Yeah, something. Okay, so keto book. I'm gonna tell you about the keto book. So keto book. No, I'm not hearing AC. Girl, see, I love you, man. I love you till you're dead. Okay, so keto book. Basically, what I like about her book, personally, Miss Leanne Vogel over here. What I like about her is that her book is dairy free, and she's very specific about nuts as well. And I find for me that really works because my stomach don't handle the dairy too well at all. And I'm a lover of the cheese, and I'm a lover of like peanut butter and things like that, but them things don't like me. Them not like me. Them just not like me, but me love them. The problem is, and I feel like that's what's hard for me on this diet, because I feel like a lot of the other keto things that are out there, they focus so much on eating cheese and eating, you know, sour cream, and put a dollop of cream cheese and put this and put that on top of it. So to me, it's kind of like, I love her book because she gives you other options, but the downside of her book is that when it comes to her meal plans, don't get me wrong, let me show you. Like, her meal plans are on point, and she has 5 different plans that you can join, and I'm just doing the regular plain keto plan. Now, what I like about her plans basically are that she gives you like day 1 through 7, and you get, I think, 4 or 5 weeks, 28 days of it. 28 days of it, I believe. And then she'll tell you, you know, you have your flaxseed muffins. Okay, let's talk about that. I ate flaxseed muffins. I made the flaxseed muffin this weekend. Bro. I think because when I think about muffins, I think about a hint of sweet, or even if they're brand muffins, they have a little bit of sweet in them. This was like pure flaxseed. It did help to put like a tab of butter on it so I can get through it, but I don't think I'll be making these muffins again. They were not my favorite. But like, let's say for me, it was expensive, because this is like the first week shopping list. And I felt like you could have spent over $200 on buying all those items. So what I did was I went inside the book and I picked a day that I liked, and I was just going to have that day for the whole week, because it does give you the fat, the carbs, the protein, the calories for just that day. So that way it saves on my pockets. Holy muffins. I saw your post about it, and the okay. Yeah. The muffins, no. Your girl wasn't loving the muffins at all. Those muffins was not, I made a video for them. They was alright. Like, I think I'm just not used to not having the sugar. Like, I feel like a muffin should have like some raisins or some kind of sweetness. Nah, man. And I've nothing. But I ate it because I made it and I wasn't about to waste my money. But you know what I'm saying. But that pork chop. Now, on the other hand, the shoulder chops with lemon thyme gravy, girl, that recipe was a freaking amazing. Dates have sugar. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, you have to be careful about how many carbs you put in on your diet. So if you have dates, that might be that specific fruit might be too much. My thing for you, honestly, like, if you're really into sugars and fruits and things like this keto thing may not be for you. Okay, because you're giving up a lot of sugar, like fruits as well. You can have some berries on one of the keto plan, but like, forget, like, I miss pineapples. Forget the them too many carbs in it, because basically carbs are sugar. A lot of that is sugar, and you really can't have it. So I don't even think you can have dates, boo. I don't even think you can have dates. So don't quote me on that, but you'd have to Google like how many carbs are in dates. If it's like over 15, it's not worth it, in my opinion, unless that's the only carb you're eating all day. So these shoulder pot chops though with the lemon thyme gravy were so good, and I made the one pot hamburger. Lord, I did it. And on this keto thing, I love fruits. Nah, so I eat pineapple. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think what I liked about this book was it's very informative. If you are somebody who needs to, like, it's just not for everybody. If you are somebody who needs to have needs to have fruits on a daily basis and can't live without them, this is probably not for you. Seriously, it's not for you, because a lot of fruits have a lot of sugar, and this cuts out a lot of that sugar. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep yesterday I ate a whole bag of popcorn, girl. Chow. I was like, I'm never buying popcorn. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, only 15 carbs in this popcorn. I'll have it in the house and I'll have a little bit. I should have known better, because I know how I am. I overeat everything, or that's what I do. So I ate like the whole bag yesterday. I'm glad it's gone now, but I did it. So we'll see what the scale says come weigh-in day. But that's only one day, and I'm back on it today. But my concern is, I don't think I would like to do this until I get to like really close to my goal weight. I don't know right now as it stands that this could be something I do forever, because I personally, like you, I like fruits. I like my pineapples. I think you can have strawberries, but I like my orange. Like, I like things like that. I'm Jamaican, girl. We're used to eating tropical fruit and such. Mangoes, things like that. You're really limited on that type of stuff. Now, there is a plan where you can be keto and then do carb ups on one day and you up your carbs and lower your fat for that day. But that's kind of like once you've been fat adapted and after 30 days of doing this. So there's a lot to do with keto. Like, I see people just jumping on the keto bandwagon. I'm like, you have no idea what you're in for. And then I saw another one of my people that I follow. She was saying that she's been constipated. They tell you about all the different stuff on keto that could affect you. Like, constipation is one of them. It's one of them. Like, if you don't eat enough salad and whatnot, you might have to go to the toilet. You might not be able to go to the toilet. I, however, have like, once I eat any kind of salad, I'm off to the bathroom. So that has not bothered me at all currently. But like, there's something called like the keto rash that some people get. I haven't had that. There's just all these different things that I didn't even know about that I'm glad I read the book for. But definitely, girl, if you have anything specific to ask about the keto diet, write it. It's just not for everybody. I feel like it's this new thing that's coming up, and it's everybody's trying to jump on a bandwagon, and I'm not really about that life. I'm gonna do it until I lose what I need to lose, but I'm really starting to look into the paleo diet, which I think, from what I understand, is like the caveman diet, or you eat whatever is out of the ground. I think they're very picky on fruits that you can have in there as well, but I haven't done any research. One thing at a time for me, one thing at a time. So I'm just trying to make it through this keto thing for at least a month or two before I do anything else. All right, so if you have any specific questions about the keto diet, let me know. If not, I'm gonna move on to the next book I started to read. The next book I'm reading right now is the Dave Ramsey Total Body Makeover. The Total Money Make. It's a lot like making your body over. So that's that's why I said that. The Total Money Makeover. And yeah. So what happened with this book? So my whole thing is, I wake up every morning now, and I really actually, my next book, or maybe in the next couple months, my next book is going to be one of the Law of Attraction books, because I started waking up every morning. The first thing I do is I say, yay, I made it. Thank you, Jesus. Of course. I got to thank the Lord and Savior. I woke up and made it another day. But then after that, I have a mantra, which I'm about to switch up a little bit. But my original mantra was, health, wealth, and love surrounds me. And I say that in the morning, and I say it as much as needed throughout the day. If I start to feel like, oh my God, I'm broke or temporarily tapped out, I just repeat to myself, health, wealth, and love surrounds me. And now I'm going to change to health, wealth, and wisdom and love surrounds me. And basically what that is, my mantra, and I can't just say it and expect these things to happen. So that's why I'm doing things to help me. So right now I'm doing keto to try and get my health on a better level. And now we're on to wealth on a better level. And then we'll work on the wisdom I think I'm getting from learning things from the books and things like and things like that. But I think that I'm going to be learning more. That way I'll get wise from reading books and getting the information. And then the love I'll leave for last. Either God's going to send them my way, or I'll eventually venture out to the love thing. But I think while I'm working on me, it's not fair to try and incorporate somebody into my life, because I'm not going to be able to put my 100% into that. So let's talk about this Dave Ramsey book. I am so mad that I was not told about this book like in freaking high school. Okay? Everybody, in my humble opinion, should have read this book, should have been given this book as school curriculum growing up. My finances would have been in so much better shape had I had this book as a younger person. If they need to teach financial classes in high schools and colleges as a mandatory subject, because we'd be so much well off. This book is awesome. Okay, I started reading it this morning. Like, I started reading last night, but I fell asleep, but that was because I was tired. But I started reading. Oh, who gave me a thumbs up? I love y'all. I started reading it today. I'm halfway through the book, y'all. Halfway through the book from this morning. Halfway through the book. And the only reason I stopped. Hey, boo, how you doing? How you doing? Hello. They really do need to have a money management class. It is ridiculous, because had I had a money management class, I wouldn't be in the mess I'm in now. So this book basically breaks down. It's not like one of those books where you get stupid confused, like a high schooler could read it and be fine. It's not one of those books where they're throwing all this crazy investment jargon at you. It's simple, it's funny, and it gets to the point. I love this book so far. And I stopped reading only because I got to baby step 1. And baby step 1, I'm going to stop because I'm a Virgo. And I know if I read through all the rest of the steps, I'm going to want to jump around. And the man tells you in the book, don't bother jumping around, because that's not going to help you. He said, do one step at a time. So the beginning of the book is basically just how to get debt free. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, because it's two of y'all up in here, and if the rest of them come, I would have told them the same thing too. Your girl is in debt, and I don't like it. I see people I went to high school with and college with, and they out here on their little vacations and trips, and I'm just looking here like, how are you doing that? And I know for a fact I make more than some of them, make less than some of them, things like that. I'm like, what is happening here? But they're doing it. And I know not to base my life off of people. By yourself, girl. I don't trip. Just like keep moving. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm not even tripping over them, because I can't live their life and what they, a lot of these people on credit, right? Listen, these people, I don't care what they doing. I'm just saying, I see them. Yeah, exactly. They might be in debt and they might not be. But the point is, I'm done looking at their life. I'm trying to figure out my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person where someone is looking at like, oh, she got new this, she got new that, she got this, and she on vacation and she doing that, and you turn left and I'm in debt too. No, thank you very much. That can't be me. That not go work over here. So I'm in need for myself to focus on me enough to get my ass out of debt, okay? Because I don't want to be fronting on Instagram and then sitting in debt behind the scenes. I'm not about that life. Right now, that's what's happening, and I don't like it. So not really, because my whole blog spot is about reusing clothes, remaking clothes. You're never going to see me buying a whole bunch of new stuff and just fronting like I got it. I don't. I tell you to wear your stuff twice, make it work, okay? But the same thing is, my whole thing is that I just wish that I had known ahead of time. So let's talk a little bit about the Dave Ramsey book. Girl, I done took the cover off. I was deep in it, honey. I was deep in it, okay? So let's talk about the book, because I was gonna make a video for the TV, and I might, but for the channel. But I was like, let me talk to my people real quick. So let's be real. I have student loan, and it's now on deferment because it can't fit into my budget right now. But it's about to come back. Amen, girl, you got to wear that stuff, Tracy. It ain't no joke out here. You know what I mean? And it's on deferment right now, but it's supposed to start again in August. I know me call them again and tell them to hold it off another 3 months till I get my stuff together. Because I have that, but the interest rate is just growing on it, which is not great. And then I have a credit card that I'm pissed off because I paid it off with money from like my 401k, and then it ran it back up again because y'all know I quit the job and I was behind and blah blah blah. And so now that pissed me off. Now one credit card I did pay off, and it's still paid off, and I bet you I'm not touching them. I'm actually thinking about cutting that sucker up because I don't really need to use that. And then my savings is tapped out. It's horrible. Let me tell you when the realization hit me. Now, I ordered this book like a month ago, and I ordered it from some Amazon vendor that I didn't realize was probably coming out of China. And so them people sent me a book at Texas, and I said, excuse me, like, I don't live in Texas, I live in New Jersey. So okay, so they send the book to New Jersey, to Texas, and all I could say was, Lord Jesus, somebody in Texas needed this book more than I needed this book. So I hope one in Texas is reading it and enjoying it. Okay, so I called Amazon. Amazon really nice. They gave me a refund, and I reordered the book. I finally get my book. But let me tell y'all what really prompted me. Yesterday, I was sitting there, and I had just got paid the, and I have priorities. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not out here just spending money on whatever. I paid my rent. I paid, the other bills. And then I took myself into TJ Maxx and whatever. And I was buying things that I needed. But I wasn't like, but they didn't need to be paid. They need right now. Like, for instance, so to the point where yesterday when I got off of work early, they let us out of work early. Thank you, work. But I was headed to go do my laundry and realized, girl, you didn't even budget out the laundry money. So now you're sitting here with clothes, dirty clothes in the car to bring to the laundry, and you don't even have laundry money. I had to hit my best friend up and was like, yo, do you know that I did all this stuff, planned it out in my head, my check in my head, which is not the right thing to do. I planned my check out in my head, and thought I was just ready to do things. Like, okay, I had my check all established and checked out, and no. Laundry not in there. What you have to do? Dirty clothes. Like, luckily for me, I have a whole bunch of clothes. And being a Jamaican, my grandma teach me how to wash my drawers and hang them up and be able to wear them the next day because they're clean. But that's not the point. Can I tell you, people, that same day I sat down with the book, but I must have been really tired because that was last night. I sat down with the book. So y'all feel me? That's why I like talking to real people, because y'all know I'm not trying to be fake. Like, this is what life is, and other people have been there and done that, like y'all are saying. So I sat down with the book to read it, man, but my body said no. I fell asleep right here on the couch. I woke up. But when I woke up, I had so much energy. I found this app that he talks about that is actually a part of his company. It's called, and I'll probably do a video on the app. It's called, do you guys have your own budgets? It's called Every Dollar. Okay? Every dollar. And basically it is what it says. You account for every dollar that you spend, and you create yourself a monthly zero-based budget. And if you don't want a zero-based budget, is basically a zero-based budget is when you take all the money you're making or you expect to make for the month. And then you subtract all your bills and expenses and stuff you're going to put in to savings, and you get down to zero. Yep, logging every dollar spent, and one of the first thing I've ever done. Hard though. Girl, it's not that hard with this app. What app do you use? Do you use an app, or do you just write it down? Do you have a budget? Listen, people, the problem with me not being able to have laundry money is because in my head, I had my budget figured out, but I didn't have my budget figured out on paper or in this app. What? Everything in my head, and forgot gas money. Girl, I cried in the car and felt so shit. Exactly, and that's how I felt about the laundry. Oh, that's cool. So this app does also tie it to your checking account, but I want to actually change my checking account because I'm trying to look everywhere for extra money. And I just realized, because I have an online account with this company called NetSpend, you write it down. Okay, well, now I'm the patient for write it down. But I do notice that I'm going to put it in, I want to get a calendar, but I want to get a big one for like the wall with a, like you can write on it. Because I think that, yes, it's nice to have it in the app, which I can show you guys on the laptop. On the app, which you can actually, the app is actually on the desktop as well. So it's nice to have it on the app, but I don't, the other part I need to work on is actually seeing when things are due. Because, yeah, you can put all your money in, and you can put when you're taking money out, but you have to make sure you kind of know when each money is coming out. So like when your phone bill is due, and if you have too many bills due at the same time, then you maybe need to call these companies and change some of the due dates. Yeah, post a link to that app, would be interested. So I'm going to show you guys, because I'm talking to you about it. And then we're going to talk about baby step 1. Let me move over. Let me see if I can make this work. So, yeah. So I sat down. I was up to 2 o'clock in the morning making that zero-based budget. And what I like about the zero-based budget is that you go to zero. Okay? And I could not believe how much flipping money I was like, how? Because now I have 3 jobs. I have a full-time job, the one I had gotten, y'all know about when I lost my job. And I got that job. Then I have a part-time job, which is Lane Bryant. And then I have a like a 3rd job, but that's only like here, there, and now. It's like once or twice a month, and it's just to do floor set and Bath and Body Works, right? Cool. So I'm like, all right, but I didn't get a lot of hours at Lane Bryant this week, which is fine because my body needs the rest, y'all. My ankle hurt and I'm tired. So I did my budget and I kind of lowered that. I kind of know what I'm going to make excuse me, from my other job, and I know how many checks I'm gonna get. And then the part-time job, the hours vary, so I may put the lowest amount on every one of those, and you can actually change it. So what you do it with that specific budget, that specific app, is what you put in the beginning of the month, which I did July, what you think you're gonna make and what expenses you're gonna make. And as these things come out your bank or you spend money on them, you go back in the app and you take it out, and it turns red if you spend too much money on something. So I hope y'all can see. I'm just trying to get on the website so I can kind of show you guys that not only for you guys who like to write things down or might like to see it on a bigger scale, that you can do that. Now I'm going to show you a budget I made, and let me know if y'all can see it. I'm going to try to turn the camera around. Am I doing it right? Y'all are seeing. Okay. Can y'all see? This is what you call jerry-rigging some stuff right here, y'all. Wait a minute. Nope, that's even worse. Blurry. Listen here, little thing. So, yeah, both of you are saying the same thing. Hold on, let me try cleaning the lens. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're trying to be helpful. It's the light. I think it's the light of the... It's the way the screen is. It's so much white on the damn screen. So, hold on. Let me see if I can get myself in here. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if I can log in. And then maybe on the regular screen it won't be so crazy. What's my... Yeah, I just did this yesterday and I already forgot my password. I have too many passwords. It's ridiculous. God damn. I just did this yesterday. My brain, though, it is not okay. Okay, so I logged in. Alright, so let's see if we can do this again. I don't know why it won't let me turn it sideways. Okay, let's get a little closer. Let's get a little closer here. And this is ridiculous. Okay, down. What are we doing? Clear up for the people. Can you kind of see now? I think that's a little better. I want to turn it the other way. I don't know why it's sideways like this. Yes, better? Okay. Alright. So, okay, we're in business. So that's like July. See, it says July. And if you didn't budget out everything, it would say somewhere here, like, it would have a gap in your chart. The chart is over there. Okay. So what I do is, like, I take what I think I'm gonna make, and you can fill in these parts. So, like, if you don't get, you could touch it with the mouse. That's me touching with the mouse. I don't have a mouse, so I'm using, you know, you could let's say your day was 6:31 to get paid. You can change those things. I thought it said I couldn't. I thought it said I couldn't do it. It yells at me. I don't know why it does that. Hold on. Backside. It doesn't want me to. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Maybe the rotate device is on lock. You know what? For lock. I want you to do what I say to do. Oh my god, this is annoying. Let's mute. Like, no. Guys, for some reason, every time I try to do it that way, in the other direction, it yells at me. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know, man. It's acting crazy. It was off, and then it comes up with like a lock screen when I try to do that. Your box side. Okay. Wait. No, stop doing. I don't know, y'all. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out on the flip side, because it doesn't like it. It just locks up the thing every time. Yep. All right. Forget it. Forget it. Okay. I tried for y'all. It did. I don't know why it doesn't want us to be great right now, but we'll work with what we got. So, let me see if I can get y'all closer. Okay, so tab it up. Can you get clear? So, can y'all see? No, that's worse. That's better. All right, so let's say I think my paycheck is gonna be this and then this. So for all of the paychecks, you do exactly what you think you're doing. Now, like say for this one, this is what I planned for, and this is what I actually received. So if, let's say on 7/14 I get something different, then I could put that I only got, let's say, $1,300. Come on. But, well, I can't right now because it won't let me be great. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, people. Oh, we're watching a video now. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This is such a pain in my butt. Anyway, the app is much easier, y'all. But you could, in the app, it's so easy to just put your money in. Oh, see it, yeah, on the side. I guess it comes up on the side there. And then you would put what you received, or you would add a new transaction, and then you would put, let's say you only brought home $1,300, right? And I don't know what this add a split situation is. I've never done that. And then you hit track income, and then it would add in, you know, that you planned for. Okay, close that out. You planned for $1,329, but you only got $1,300, and then it says to you now. I don't know if y'all can see that because this is being rude. It says it's an every dollar budget, because it must have, when you equal all out, then it gives you, it says it's happy with you or something. But y'all, it's really easy. This is not the greatest way to show it to you, but it's so nice because you can put whatever you want in there, like saving for your emergency fund, saving for different money, and you can add categories. Like if you had in your housing thing, if you had children, you could hit add item and it would pop up over there, and you would just change the label to like childcare or whatever you wanted to change it to. It's really easy, and I think it's a great way to keep track of your budgeting and your income. And you're okay. Can you see me? Okay, forget it. I tried. Listen, y'all get it. It's called Every Dollar. It should be on iOS as well as Android. I say give it a try. It can't hurt you, okay? It won't hurt to try. So that is what I did my budget on. And I can tell you right now, this budgeting thing is new to me, but I know it's going to be a continuous process. Like there's going to be things I need to add, something I need to forget. Like I almost forgot to add the laundry money in. Almost that was, even though that was the thing that prompted me. But there's things that you're gonna come across every month that come out automatically that you forgot to put. I tried to look back at my last month's statement and enter all the stuff like my Netflix or my Sephora playback that automatically comes out and such. And I'm actually thinking about, not for this month because it's so new to me, but for next month, in the month of my birthday, or August or September, to go ahead and try using his envelope plan, which is basically where you take all your major budgeting things, like for instance your food, your gas, your haircuts, things like that, and make envelopes for them. Because the truth of the matter is, with cash excuse me, with cash we tend to spend less money when we have cash. If we have a card, even if it's not credit, it's our debit, if we can swipe it, we just don't feel the effects of it like it feels to hand over a $20 bill. Because y'all know, if y'all are anything like me, if I have $20 on me, I don't want to break my $20. I just don't want to. I don't want to walk around with the change. I don't want to walk around with the extra money. I want my $20 in hand, unless my $20 is for something like specific, like gas. Okay? So let's talk about whose fault it is that I'm in debt, or you're in debt, or we're in debt. Who wants to guess whose fault it is? I'm just gonna give y'all 2 seconds to guess whose fault it is that we're in debt. Ding, 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 Julie. Okay, our fault. It's tough to look at. That's so true. If you have money on me, yeah, it's hesitant. I mean, exactly. Now, I could look back and be like, my credit score was amazing. My credit score was in the 7s before they made 8s, okay? I was awesome sauce. Did I know how to handle money? No, that's because my parents was taking care of all of it. And that was their fault for not telling me the right way to do things. Like, they tried, but they needed a class. But I could go back and look and be like, oh, but before I met my ex-boyfriend from years back then, my credit was amazing. Okay, but really, Tara, seriously, look at the chick in the mirror and be like, excuse me though, that was a boyfriend from years back then. You're 35 years old now. Uno was together when you was 21. Why you ain't fixed the situation yet? How come you ain't fixed the situation yet? That ain't that man's fault. That was your fault for being stupid and letting him run up your good credit and then not paying nothing off. That's your fault. That's nobody but your fault. And you getting all these new credit cards to get on top of these old credit cards is, you know whose fault? Your fault. That's just hashtag honesty, hashtag truth, hashtag 100, baby. Because you could turn around and blame everybody and their mother. And yeah, it might be your husband's fault that y'all are in debt. But you should have talked about finances before you got married. So technically, it's partially your fault. Yeah, I'm 35, girl. 35. Thank you. But like, girl, it's all good. So, but thank you. So, I mean, it's your fault. I mean, no matter you twist it, turn it, put it upside down, stand on it. Buying food is expensive. Yeah, it is expensive. But if you budget for it and you cut in other areas, like if you, listen to me, if you spending money on food, you shouldn't be buying food outside. Because what you're spending money on food for, if you're not gonna cook it. I mean, it's just sitting there looking pretty in your fridge so your fridge can look nice. You know what I mean? I get it. Especially being on keto. This lady over here talking about something, you know, if you're gonna buy food, you should buy good cuts of meat. You should buy the best things and organic. And you know what? I can't even be mad at her. You know why? Because she's right. Our body's not a garbage. We should buy things that are good for our body. But at the same time, just because somebody say you have to buy this and that, don't mean you have to buy this and that right now. Make a meal plan. Ding, another thing Tara needs to start doing. Okay? Because I need to save some money. And I'm not finna be going to the grocery store, spend like $60, $80, which is my grocery budget for the month. I mean, for the week, for every week. So it's what, $320 for the month. Okay? And I'm not going to the store with no plan. I'm not picking up 5 pack of chicken and 1 pack of ground beef for 1 week. For what? I'm not making all that in 1 week. I'm not buying a whole thing of oranges and strawberries because I'm not gonna eat it in 1 week. All it's gonna do is sit and spoil. So I know I live by myself. Why am I getting all that food? I'm picking up 1 orange, 1 pack of strawberry, and that's it, because I'm not gonna eat all that fruit. I'm not even allowed fruit. You know what I mean? Like, for what? For what? It's like, you buy for who's in your household, and you buy for that week only. That way you can stay on your budget. Or I'm stopping by the deli on the way to home, picking up wraps or some last. No. My list, it was cheaper for me. Exactly. I need to start doing that. Yeah, you need to make, and I'm talking to me. too, guys. Like, for real. Like, I haven't been... I'm just telling you what I'm fitting to start doing, because this girl needs to stick to this budget. And if I say it's $80 for the week, it's $80 for the week. That's it. We ain't got no more room. And that's why I'm going to start making those cash envelopes. Okay? Because you end up throwing away food. Exactly. Because cash envelope, when you go to the store with $80 in your pocket and you don't got that credit, debit card, nothing in the backup, you leave that home. You go with your $80 envelope, and I bet you this other app is called Out of Milk, and they let you put in the prices. Don't forget to calculate your state tax on the bottom of it. On your own, on your calculator. But it will tell you how much this food is adding up to. And when you see you getting too close to your $80, you better start taking stuff out of the cart, or else you're going to be embarrassed up at the register. Okay? Or up at the register, if you don't care, you say, hey, can you take this off? And can you take that off? And when you make your meal prep, you make things that is going to work for the week for different things. If you're going to buy ground beef or you're going to buy ground turkey, make sure you're making tacos one day and you're making spaghetti the next. Okay? Because you only need one type of meat for that. Half the time we got freaking pasta sitting on shelves for days. We don't even know what we got. It took me out, and I'm trying to start checking the sales paper for the stores that heck yeah. You know, we don't even know what we got we don't know what we got in our pantry. That's another video I need to do, clean out my pantry, because a lot of stuff I can't even eat no more on keto. But like, I'll be damned if I throw it away. I might find somewhere else under the sink to put it up until we figure out what's going on, or give it to my best friend. Because it's like, we have all this stuff that we could save money on. If you already have the pasta up there and you don't know you have the pasta up there, you gotta go buy more pasta. What are you buying more pasta for? That's $1, $2 you could save and put towards something else. To make a balanced meal, a week ago I had a box of, you see what I'm saying? We don't even freaking know what we got. We done bought so much stuff, we don't even know what we got. It don't make no sense. Like, before we make a meal plan, we need to know what we have. We're going to look on the shelf and take inventory. Girl, better start taking inventory on that junk. You better get another app down or a piece of paper and start writing what you do have and what you don't have, and start making those meals from what you have first, and just picking up the meats and produce that you need. Okay? Because we ain't finna... Let the shelf go bare, and then worry about what we need to buy in pantry staples. Yeah, half of us don't even have the general pantry staples. We not have no sugar. We not have no flour. We not have no rice. We not have no milk, no eggs, no salt, pepper. If you ain't got all of that and you run into the store when they calling for storms, something is wrong with your pantry bill. Why? Why don't you have that? It cracks me up when storms and snow and sleet and hail and storm and God coming down, and I see people in the store just a rock up, we need egg, we need butter, why don't you have that? I mean, it's different when you don't have turmeric, or if you don't have cinnamon, not even cinnamon, but like if you don't have some fancy old spice, that is different. But like, when you don't have eggs and milk, if you drink or eat dairy or whatever, and you have no water in your yard, really? You have to put water on your list every week. You just have to drink a pack of water like that. Come on, people. Get with the program. I need to get with the program. Okay? I'm not as bad as some of them, but I'm just as bad as some. You know what I mean? So my other thing is making a list. You know, making a list of what I have here in my house, and then making a list of what I take the book and I figure out recipes and how much they're gonna be, and if they figure in my macros, and I buy the 2 recipes and the 1 little breakfast recipe, and then I eat it for all week. Okay? Or I pick 4 recipes and I just buy the things I need. Because eventually, after buying all the different staples, you don't need to buy flax seeds and sea salt and pepper and vanilla and all that, because you already have it. So you're really only buying the meat or the spinach or the asparagus or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Like, that's another thing I have to do. Start making a list of food and sticking to it. Like, what the hell? We buying all this food. I started buying eggs. It kept going bad. See what I mean? Like, honestly, when I used to buy eggs, I never liked eggs. I bought eggs because I had a house guest, or my house guest put the eggs in at the house and it would just sit there. Now that I'm on keto, I'm realizing it's not the eggs that hurt my stomach normally. It's the cheese I was putting in the eggs that hurt my stomach. So now I can eat eggs. Eggs are not a problem. So I keep my house stacked with eggs, because eggs are a big keto food. But what man milk in my fridge for? I don't, because I don't eat it. And if we stop spending money on these little teeny things that we don't actually use, we can start putting money towards things we do need, like the almond milk or the more expensive grass-fed ground beef or whatever, or bacon or whatever you eating, or the fruits that are in season, which if they're in season, they're usually less money. That's things we got to look into. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of our black communities don't know these little things. Get your damn coupon and coupon. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you to be a bulk couponer because you don't need that in your life. If you are going to bulk coupon some stuff you gonna need in bulk. And if you know how to do it, come hit me up, because me need to find somebody know how to bulk coupon laundry detergent, bulk coupon dishwasher soap, bulk coupon tissue and toilet paper and paper towel, because I'm gonna always need those things. Yes, bulk me up real quick. Let me chill out. Bulk coupon and some water and some toothpaste. Don't bulk coupon yogurt and bulk coupon spinach and bulk coupon apples. You 1-2 people. How you gonna eat all of that? Where? How? For what? Sips not lemonade. You see what I'm saying? It just really don't make no sense. So, back to the book, y'all. I went off on a tangent. So, basically, I was just saying all of that because you guys know, as well as I know, too. Like, it was a reality check. Like, it's not nobody else why your credit is a mess. It's your fault. It's your fault why your credit's a mess. And it's going to be your fault until you choose to do another behavior. The man was saying, like, it's like, I think he said 80% of your behavior and 20% of knowing things. Girl, and all I'm saying is don't send me no bulk coupon except for those things on my list, girl. Anything I can use all the time. So, some things that ain't gonna go bad, that have long shelf life, like soap, detergent, fabric softener, things like that, bulk coupon me up, because I'm gonna be washing my clothes forever and I need that. But anything else, I can keep it. Pads, bulk coupon, things they need for use all the time, bulk coupon. Other than that, no. So, 80% of it is us, our behavior towards things, and 20% of it is what we know. You know what I mean? And when we know something better, we can do something better, which is why now that I know, we about to change it up. Now, the title Money Makeover motto, and it's funny, when I read it, I had to say it to myself like twice, because I was like, what is he talking about? But now I understand. It says, if you live like no one else, comma, later you can live like no one else. So if you can learn to stop buying all these instant gratification things right now, you can chill out and have all that stuff later while everybody else is trying to do it. And he had an analogy in the book where he was like, you know, when you see that kid in the store that's throwing the tantrum, I want it, his face is red, he's yelling, and his parents are like trying to calm him down, I want it now, blah, blah. He said basically that's a sign of immaturity. And unfortunately, a lot of us are like that still. We want it now, and we don't know. It's a human nature to want it. I'm just reading directly from the book. It's human nature to want it and want it now. It is also a sign of immaturity. Being willing to delay pleasure for a greater result is a sign of maturity. So basically, that man just called me immature. Pretty much, right? Whoa, which is cool, cause Jesus, and we're about to die in here. Wanna hear that? Wanna hear that? Things are falling. Life is over. They don't want us to be great in here. Hold on. But they can't stop us. I'm okay. I'm okay. The little vase here is not okay. But it's alright. Hold on. I'm trying not to. I'm putting it down for a minute. Alright. Okay, come on. I don't really like... I'll be right back, ladies. Hold on. Oh, shush about the daggone rotate. Okay, sorry. I'm okay. I think I'm okay at least. Whatever happened, I'll live. They didn't want us to be great, y'all. They didn't want us to be great just now. The devil's a liar. But he ain't gonna stop us. He ain't gonna stop us because somebody's gonna watch this and it's gonna register if they don't even already know. So basically, you just call me immature, sir. But I can't even be mad at you because you're right. Like, why is it that I need to have something right now? Why is it that I can't just wait? Why do I need to have this now to the point where I need to charge it on my credit card and now I'm in credit card debt? No. And then you'll have the people where when you're trying to cut back on things, they want to pull you down. They're like monkeys trying to pull you down. So if you're up there like, oh, I can't go to this because it's not in my budget, or I can't go eat out right now because it's not in my budget, people always got something to say. People always got something to say. And it's not... If there's somebody who's going through the same struggle, it's usually something positive, and those are the people you want to keep around you. But if they're not going through it and they're just running up their debt and they're just like whatever, then they're not trying to help you, and you need to disassociate yourself with them, because if they understand you're trying to get yourself in a better space, then they don't need to be around you, because they're not going to be very helpful at all. They're just not. Like, he also said something about like a man with an opinion will always be less than man with experience. We don't care about your opinion. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. I need to talk to the man with the experience who knows what he's talking about. That's like a man with an experience. A man with an experience is not at the mercy of a man with an opinion. I don't care what you got to say with your opinion. I'm trying to hear from this person who's doing it. You know what I mean? That's like when a really, really fat person is trying to tell me how to lose weight. How? How you telling me how to lose weight? You doing it or no? I'm never trying to tell y'all how to do it. I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. And if you want to try it, come on. Because we about to do this together, Cletus. But other than that, I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't even know if this is working for me. You know what I mean? So me reading this book is trying to get dude is trying to tell me what's up, because he is making money. And he's been broke and bankrupt and brought himself out. So anyway, the book is really good. But I want to tell y'all about baby step number 1. So if you're interested in getting debt free, this is baby step number 1. And obviously, ask those folks out within a quick minute. Exactly, that's right. So it's the first baby step, and y'all can join me, is to save $1,000 quickly. Save $1,000 quickly. It's baby step 1. There are 7 baby steps in this program that lead you to wealth. What you're gonna need on baby step 1 is the power of focus. The power of focus, girl, that's what I'm working on, right? Awesome. The power of focus is what causes our baby step to work. So the reason you're doing this is because baby step 2 is going to be like snowballing your debt and paying the lowest to the highest or something like that. So if you feel like the current goal is 1K by 10-1, do it, girl, do it. So if you feel like nothing is getting done, you will soon lose energy for a task of money management. So this part is called You Inc. You Inc. This is you. This your business. This your money. Whatever. This chapter is about the first baby step. But before you discuss saving $1,000 fast, we need to talk about some basic tools needed to win and some ongoing. Do you need to have it by? You should have what by? No, girl, you make your own. You just want to save your $1,000. There are 7 baby steps. So you want to save your $1,000 as fast as you possibly can. If you make less than $20,000 US, you can save $500. That's what he said instead of the 1,000. The chapter is about first saving the $1,000 babies as fast as you can. As fast as humanly possible. He says he wants a lot of people to do it in a month. Bro, that's not me. But there are things that you need to do before that. And that's how we start talking about this. First thing you need to do is make your budget. Okay? So your budget is number one. Because if you don't tell your money where to go, girl, mine ain't getting done in a month neither. But he's just saying if you can't. So like, if you don't tell your money where to go, or you don't know where your money is going, it's just going anywhere. If you're aiming at nothing, you will always get nothing. So our budgets are number one. Y'all have done budgets. Y'all just told me that. I'm doing a budget for like the first time. And these are important steps. We need to get a budget is first thing. You got to know where your money's going. Because if you don't know where your money's going, how you going to save towards your $1,000 baby step? You're not. Okay, so the chapter is about first baby step, but before you discuss saving $1,000 fast, we need to talk about some basic tools needed to win before you can do this. The budget, which is the budget is the first thing. You need to have a budget. We've discussed that already. And then once you've done the budget, if you aim at nothing, you will hit nothing every time. Says Zig Ziglar. Money is an excellent slave and a horrible master. Jesus said, which of you intending to build a tower does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? See, Jesus was budgeting too. So, you know what I mean? We need our budget. We did that. And then he says, if you are in a partnership, a marriage, or something like that, you need to agree on it. You need to sit down with your partner and agree that this certain money is going out and this certain money is staying in, or where all your money is going. If one of you are more financial and one's not, allow the unfinancial person to get in on it and even maybe move around some things to their liking as well. But you got to agree on it. Agree where the money's going, what's getting paid, and how you're going to get to your baby step. Now, before you get to baby step one, you will have to do one more thing. You will have to be current on all your creditors. So when he said that, I started to be like, nah, son, I ain't current on everybody. That's why I'm here. But I think when he says that, he said, if you are behind on payments, the first goal will be to become current. If you are far behind, which would be me, do necessities first. So this is what I'm going to make sure I'm up to date on, which are your basics, like your food, your shelter, utilities, clothing, transportation. Only when you're current with the necessities can you catch up on credit cards and student loans. So in my budget, my zero-based budget that I did, I know I'm behind on my car because I lost a job, so I'm behind on almost everything, but not everything anymore. But I'm behind on the car. I'm behind on my cable, which I could care less, but I like the internet. I need the internet. And I'm behind on like one more thing. But okay, cool. Only one behind. That's so $30. Hey girl, how you doing, Julie? How you doing? They've been $30, so great to have one step take. Awesome. So you already up there. You're already up there. So I'm behind on the car. I'm behind on the, y'all know I'm real. I'm just telling y'all. So I'm behind on the car. I'm behind on the, I think, I'd have to look at the budget. But I'm behind on 3 things. But what I did was on this July budget, I put everything to catch me up in that budget. And put money away from my baby step. So by the time August hit, any extra money I have should be going to my baby step. So baby step 1, you're going to have to focus your serious intensity to get this $1,000. Baby step 1, and your $1,000 is for your starter emergency fund. Okay? You need an emergency fund. And old-fashioned grandma, I'm just reading what he said in the book. You're going to need an emergency fund. You need an emergency fund and old-fashioned grandma's rainy day fund. Sometimes people tell me I should be more positive. Well, I am positive it's going to rain. So you need a rainy day fund. Now, obviously, $1,000 isn't going to catch all the big things, but it will catch the little things until the emergency fund is fully funded. So what you do on baby step 1, once you make sure all your current, like your most needed necessities, like your house, your car, your food, all that is up to date, then you fund your baby step fund. That's what I want to do with the emergency. Right. Your emergency fund. Let's be very clear. Emergency fund, Nadea, for shoes and dress. And somebody invite me to the wedding, so I need emergency fund dress money. No. That's not what it's here for. Emergency fund is not for my car need brakes, because you knew your car needed brakes, man. When you go to take your car to the place to get an oil change, which you should be doing on a regular, then come back with a sheet if you're going to a good place and tell you your air filter, if you look at the sheet, which you should, your air filter, your wiper blades, your tires, your brakes, what percent they're on, and when they think you're going to need one. So if your paper says that you need air filter and windshield wiper soon, go and make a little savings account, fit that their money. Do not touch your emergency fund unless it is an emergency. Okay? And when I'm talking to me too. Okay? Because now, if your carburetor, alternator, transmission gone out, there's no way. Fan belt, timing belt, something you didn't know was coming on the car, or anything else in life. It don't even have to be your car. Like if a real emergency happens and you have to dip into your $1,000, then you have to dip into your $1,000. But keep in mind, when you take that $300 out for that alternator, you're going to have to stop baby step 2 and go back to saving that $300 back to your fund, because you need to keep your emergency fund at $1,000 at all times. Because like y'all know, Murphy's Law. Okay, as y'all know, Murphy, I'm done with you. Okay, remember, partners make us save the friends that you can trust. Exactly. Another thing, girl, I don't know enough of them to be doing true partner, but that's a great thing. If you can find somebody to true partner with, that's amazing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, partner is like where you get a group of friends together and you put like $100 each in every week, and that specific person gets to keep all the money that week, and you do it around and around till everybody gets a chance to keep that money. Which is awesome, because my parents did that for a very long time. My grandmother did that for a very long time. I think my mother still might do that. They might both still do that, grandma and mom. So if you know a group of friends that you're trusted to actually be able to do that with, that's amazing. Do that. That'll help grow your money even faster and add to your emergency fund. Now, if you're just joining, if you make less than $20,000 a year, your emergency fund can be $500. If you make over $20,000, your emergency should be at least $1,000. And then after you set your emergency fund, okay, yeah, so do that too. Do whatever you gotta do. And then, once you get that, now in his book, he says that he would like you to have your emergency fund. It's not for buying things for vacation. It's not for it's for emergency only. It's not cheating. Don't cheat. So when you get your we still do that there. So when you get your $1,000, he says hide it. And if you're new, we're talking about the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover book that I'm so into. I'm already halfway done, and I've actually stopped on purpose because I'm on baby step 1, and so which is to save your $1,000 emergency fund. When you get $1,000, hide it from yourself. If you keep the money too handy, you're gonna spend it. Because if you weren't, we wouldn't be in this predicament now. So for me, knowing me, I did a video on this a long time ago. I'm probably going to put mine in Smarty Pig. Because when I put Smarty Pig money, I forget it. I set it and I forget. I remember it's there. If it wasn't for the alarm in my calendar that I used to set, I wouldn't remember to put money in it. So when I start saving, I'll be saving to Smarty Pig. But if you have a savings account you won't touch, or a savings account you can get from your bank that that you cannot get a debit card to access, you might want to put it there. You have to actually go to the bank to get your emergency fund out. Or he told a story about this girl in the book that I thought was so cute that I thought about actually doing it. So what the girl did was, wait, what she say? So this girl Maria, who attended one of the classes, went to her local Walmart and bought a cheap 8x10 frame. She framed $100 bills in a stack. In the space between the frame, she wrote, "In case of emergency, break glass." Then she hung the emergency fund on the wall behind coats in the closet so she couldn't see it and she wouldn't remember it, because out of sight, out of mind. She knew. We still do that here. It's what smart. It's a website. SmartyPig. www.smartypig.com. It's a savings site where you can transfer directly from your bank into a savings account. You get interest, and you can name your different goals, different savings. It's awesome. I love it. And sure, if you go on my channel and just type in SmartyPig, the video I did on it will come up. But it's super simple, and you forget the money's there because it's not in your regular check-in. She went, so, and it wasn't somewhere, I need to SmartyPig. So it was, yeah, definitely do it. So it wasn't nowhere where anybody else would see it. And that was cool, because it's like, if you got it framed, break the glass. It was cute. It was a creative idea. But I'm not down to breaking no glass, because as y'all heard, I'm going to destroy whatever thing I have over here now. But yeah, www.smartypig.com. Check it out. And the things I didn't used to like about it have changed, because I stopped using it because when I wanted to take out just a portion of my money, because I was using that to save for vacations or just an actual emergency fund. When I wanted to use part of it for, like, say something happened in Georgia and I needed to take a flight and it was a real emergency, it wouldn't let me take it out, which I thought was a good thing at a time, but it wouldn't let me take out portion, I should say. It wouldn't let me take out portion of it. And I didn't like that. It's like you had to close the whole entire goal in order to get any of your money. But now that they've been taken over by, I think, Sally Mae, you can do that. You can take portion of it and leave your goal open, which I really like, because I don't want to close the whole goal. I just need a part of it. And another thing about it is it takes a couple days to get your money out, so that if it is really not an emergency, you have some time to think about whether those $50 shoes is really an emergency, or you have something in your closet that you can actually wear. But that's the baby step I'm on. And I was going to do a whole YouTube video, but I know it was going to take too long. And I might still do a quick one just telling them what baby step I'm on. Oh, but because on the tuned in, there's another thing, and I'll probably do a video on this one. But it's so cute. I didn't print it out because I don't have a printer here. But maybe I'll just do another live another day, probably like tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday evening. There's these printouts that I'm a visual person. Who else is a visual person? I am a total visual person, and I need to see things happening. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's in the bank. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But they have these charts that you can print out, right? There's a chart you can print out, and like it will say something like starter emergency fund on it. Let me see if I can. This box size is not broke. It's pissing me off. Hold on, y'all. Starter emergency fund on it, and you can print it out. And I'm a coloring person. Like, I literally have an adult coloring book. You can print it out and like follow it as you like it, color it in as you do your goal. So as you're getting there, you're a visual person. Yeah, so am I, see. And yeah, I'm totally a visual person. So when you're getting there, your coloring book goes from like bottom to top. So if you start, let's say you put $200 in your $1,000 goal, you color up to $200. And then if you go to 500, you color to 5, and you almost kind of see where you're at with your goal. And then when you're completely gotten to the top, you have a full colored in thing. And for me, that's cool. Like, and I plan on doing that when I get to like paying the credit cards, when I get to paying my student loans and all that. So I might frame all these things when I finish each one. Like, I'm gonna frame all of them because look, I did this, and I've got my baby goal. And on the budgeting app that I was sharing with y'all, on the other page, or at least in that specific app, there's a page that actually on the screen, there's a page that shows you what all the baby steps are. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like type and talk to y'all at the same time. Why is this moving like this? But it shows you what the other baby steps are. Like, I think number one is I know number one is I don't know why I can't do it. Sorry. Multitasking, not my thing. What was I saying? What was I saying, y'all? What was I saying? That's annoying me. I hate when I'm trying to tell y'all something and I can't figure out what I'm saying. But what did it say? It'll tell you on the app that we're talking about, every dollar, what all the different steps are. Oh, sure. Yeah. I think that step 1, y'all know what it is. I think step 2 is like called a debt snowball. And it teaches you how to go from the lowest to the highest and things like that. And then you pay off like that. And then that's another visual thing, because it's like, okay, now I know. Oh, here it is. Now I know where I'm at on paying these things off. And you feel like when you're coloring it in, you're getting somewhere. At least I would. So it's debtfreecharts.blogspot.com. And basically that's kind of what it looks like. Alright, let me take it over here because this pisses me off. Okay, so like let's say you're doing, I'll do a real YouTube video where I can show you, but let's say you're doing debt free. You would print this out and you would color in, there's like little things, you would color in how far you've come. And then by the time you get to the top, you're all done. So I really like that. That's so easy, simple, and it has different charts, like all charts. It's saying, let me see. You have 401k loan chart. Now I think this is one of the baby steps as well. After you finish paying everything, I think baby step 3 is to get a 6-month funded emergency fund. Like all your bills and stuff, if you were to get laid off, you need to know how you need to save enough to cover 6 months. I think that's baby step 3. So you would print that out. But like say for my baby emergency fund, no, I don't want babies. I don't want babies. It could be babies. I don't like the way that sounds. It sounds too much like I'm having a baby. But you would just click, and this is free. So you would just click on the one you want. Like for instance, when I'm going to do my baby step 1, what I'm going to print out is this starter emergency fund one. And then it says, do you want to download? And you click download the starter funds. And then you get something like that. You're not seeing the whole thing. And you just hit print. I don't have a printer, so I can't print it. But I sent myself the link to work. So when I get there tomorrow, I can do that. And what I think you do is, see on the sides there, you would just put, like, I guess, you would just, like, put $200, $400, you know, like, I guess in the middle of the form would be $500, and you can break it down as needed. And then you would just go across to the line you're at, you know what I mean? And coloring up to the point. Let's say this is $200. If you save $200 in your emergency fund, then you would just color across, and all of this would be blue, yellow, whatever. Y'all see what I'm trying to say, dang it. Y'all see what I'm trying to say. But I'll make sure to link that site when I do the video on my channel, because that's something I do want to share with other people, because there are other things that they have baby steps for. Like, it's not only money. They have, if somebody wants to save for an iPad, this, that, and the other. But that's it for now that I can think of. Does anybody have any questions, any comments? Y'all want to ask me about anything else that don't have to do with anything about these books? Or likewise, but I know that this black girl right here needs to get her finances in order, and sooner rather than later. So I filled out my entire budget in already on that budget app that I mentioned, every dollar, and I'm very excited to use it. I didn't go nowhere or spend any money today, so I didn't get to put any money in to it. This is really helpful. Hope that we can do a check in to see where we are. Week or two, I need support for this. Absolutely. Sorry, y'all. I swallowed seeds. But yeah, absolutely. I'm down. Like, if I think this kind of chat is a little bit longer for like a video, but I'd love to join us. Girl, come on, girl. So I probably will be doing a video, a much quicker one on there, just to tell people that I'm on my weight loss. Y'all already know I'm on weight loss. I'm on my money journey. But we treat black women right here about to be debt free, because we need to be debt free. Like, I'm sure I have like over $30,000 of debt, but when you read some of these people's stories, them have like $95,000 of debt. Some people have over $100,000 of debt. Some people, I'm like, yo, thank you, boo, girl. I'm just trying to stay there. Just trying to stay there drinking my water. But thank you, Julene, girl. You should have seen me. I almost did a video with me doing like the dun, dun, but y'all wasn't ready for all them dances. Y'all wasn't ready for all that dancing right now. I just hope it's consistent. Like, you know, because you get that first week and you get in them good, and then all of a sudden everything stalls. You're in 20K in debt and 12K is down. Girl, it's serious. It's serious. And I'm telling you, girl, as soon as you pay one of them credit cards, cut it up. Cut it up. Now, I'm not saying that I'm never going to have a credit card, because I do have, like, my credit's so ruined that girl, I didn't want to think about mortgage. Whew, Jesus Christ. Like, mortgage. Well, I think house debt is later. I wouldn't worry about that right this moment. Like, focus on that 19K right now. So, but first baby steps. Like, everything can seem super overwhelming if you look at everything as a whole. My student loans are ridiculous. Like, as a whole, and I got good grades. You know what I mean? So, like, if we just got to take these baby steps. And the first baby step is to get that $1,000 emergency savings fund. And we're going to try and do it as fast as possible. Some will do it faster than others, and some will do it slower, as long as you get there. This is not about watching she over there and he over here and them over there. So, because a lot of people's lives are fake and they're all in debt. Not all of them, but some of them are in debt, and some of them are just living off credit cards, booking flights and whatnot, and they ain't even got it. I know this as a fact. I know this as a fact. Marathon, not a sprint. Exactly. We in here for the haul, okay? Because when people take the easy, fast way out, they don't learn a damn thing. When you have to struggle and push and give some stuff up, it's less likely that you're going to go backwards. It's just less likely. The same thing with losing weight. Losing weight, there's no easy magic pill, no easy quick thing. You got to exercise and diet like the rest of them. Yes, there's weight loss surgery, but they got to do hard stuff too. First of all, they got to have surgery. Then they got to go through the pain of surgery. Then they can't eat nothing. They have to be on liquid diet. So no shortcut is going to save you. Like, you need to do this. Just like with money. That's the same thing he was talking about, them consolidating things. Like, people go and consolidate stuff sometimes and don't realize what these people are offering these people to get you these lower interest rates. They don't tell you that part. That your credit's getting ruined in the meantime. So, listen, for me, getting my money financially fit is just as important as getting my body financially fit. And then we'll worry about the love later, okay? But yeah, let's all do it. We got 3 of us here, and 3 is never a crowd up in here. We got this, we're going to print out our papers on the website, okay? And we're going to get it started. We have to love for us. Of course, always love yourself. That is not a problem. Not a problem. I love me. And if I didn't love me, I wouldn't be working on being a better me. So I need to be the best version of myself before I look at anything else. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, is that I wake up every morning and first thing I say is, oh God, I made it. Thank you, Jesus, I made it. I made it. Gotta thank Father in heaven, we made it another day. And then I do my new little mantra, which is health, wealth, and love surrounds me. And I say that as much to the day that I need to, because there's the whole law of attraction. I need to get a book, because if you say it enough to believe it, it will happen. Health, wealth, and love will surround me. And right now I'm focused on that health and wealth, and love will bring itself. Now I love myself, and those that love me, Relationship wise, that can't wait, because I can't take care of nobody else or love nobody else till I get myself where I need to be. Okay? So unless you coming to try and help me, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So right now, what our challenge is baby step 1. Right now, make sure, like I said, the things you have to do before baby step 1 is make sure you're current on all your necessity bills before you can start baby step 1. And I'm sure I can do that by the end of July with the budget I've created, and still maybe even put a little bit towards baby step 1. I'm going to try and get my baby step 1 done by the end of September. Y'all hear me talking that crazy talk. That is going to be my goal. Y'all heard it. I'm trying to get that baby step 1 done by the end of September, October, the latest. So I'm giving myself a good 3 months. He wants you to do this junk in a month. If you can do it, boo, do it. I'm proud of you. Do it. But like I said, if you're doing it with you and your spouse, get on the same page. If there's 2 of you, you might be able to do $2,000 back of money. If I could do $2,000, I'd be doing that. But $1,000, and then we'll move on to baby step 2, and we will be out of that very soon. Not that soon, but we'll be on our way, which is more than we could say about it before. But if anyone has weight loss questions and how I'm doing, why? I don't understand. Got it committed to bringing everything current my month end. Okay, that's it. That's my thing too. I'm committed to bringing everything to current as well. I'm using the budgeting app, but like I said, I'm gonna need to get a full-on like calendar thing. My battery is dying. I need to get a full-on calendar thing. I don't want y'all to die, so I'm gonna walk with you. A calendar thing that I can look at on a weekly basis. I'm trying to plug this up. On a weekly basis, so I can actually see when things are due. Because yes, the app is great and I can actually leave notes in there, but sometimes, like I said, I'm very visual. I need to see within the month, like I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I need to see within the month, like when is the rent due? Well, I know when the rent's due, but like when is the cable bill due? When is the phone bill due? When is the Netflix about to come out? When is my Sephora playback about to come out? Because that way I can actually even see if some things are too clustered together. And if they are, maybe I can call these companies and say, hey, can you move my pay date to this date? Or move my pay date to that date? Because then that will free up money for me on those dates. You know what I'm saying, peeps? So that's another thing I want to do. I did see something very nice in the Home Goods the other day that I want to pick up. And I did leave myself money in my budget for miscellaneous. So if it's still in my budget, the next time I get paid, I might pick that up and I'll share it with you guys on another occasion. But if you have nothing else of me, I don't want to take up I've been on here for like an hour and 23 minutes, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. I don't mind talking. Y'all know I don't mind talking. It kills me to be cutting my videos short. But this is better because I can kind of react with you guys. If you have any questions on how my weight loss is going, if you have any questions on the ketogenic diet and how I'm liking it, if you have any questions on anything, let me know. Big hug. Have a good week, everyone. All right, Julian. Thank you so much. You have a good week as well. Back to stupid work tomorrow, but we gotta pay bills, and we just went to TJ Maxx. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I need to return some. Girl, I just went to TJ Maxx too, and you'll be same to you, Julian. I'm always saying your name wrong, but yeah, Julian, I hear you, girl. This weekend, I went to TJ Maxx and then went to Marshall's Home Goods, and I have a haul that y'all will be seeing. I should have uploaded it today. But I was just telling them at the beginning of the video, I bought all this extra stuff, which is stuff I needed. But girl, I couldn't do laundry because I bought all that stuff. Laundry was a priority and completely forgot about doing the flipping laundry. So I bought stuff to cook with because obviously if you're buying food to eat and trying to stay on your budget that way, you should be eating out less. Well, I went and bought like, and y'all see it in the haul, but like a baking tray, a baking rack, different things, and the little cup you saw me drinking my lemonade out of. They were things I needed, but were the things I needed right this minute? Maybe the cookware, but some of this stuff, no. It wasn't needed right now. So, Jolene, if you look at that list, Miss Forbes, and you see stuff you don't need, bring it back. And take whatever excess you got and put it towards your $1,000 emergency fund. Because the sooner you get it there, the sooner you can. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, if I spend money, like if I was going to spend money, like say I was going to spend money on lunch and it was going to be $10. And I almost said yes to it, which in my mind means I had that $10 to spend and I didn't spend it, put that sucker right to that emergency fund. Because that's $10 you were going to spend, $10 you had extra, put it to the emergency fund. The faster we get to emergency fund, the faster we can get down to paying that debt. And I'm ready to get to step 2 and I ain't even started step 1. But you know what I'm saying. Like, everybody should want to be debt free, I feel. Because once we get debt free and we can do all this extra stuff, we can start enjoying our lives a little bit more. These vacation videos could be us. And we know in the back of our head, we paid cash for that. And like I said, come August, September, your girl is going to be trying that envelope thing where you set your money for like your hair, your nails, your food, things that are automatically coming out, and you set envelopes with it and you use your envelopes and pay only cash. Because when you swiping that debit card, boy, money just be coming out and you just be like, okay, all right, well, I have to pay for it. Well, if you only had cash, homie, when the cash gone, it's gone. There ain't no extra, okay, we gonna do this. We ain't gonna do that. But that's it, folks. That's all I have. It doesn't look like anybody has any questions. I appreciate you guys sticking around. And my 4 thumbs up on my video. And the 4 people that watched. I love y'all. Even though I only saw 3 check in, I think. Either way, y'all are awesome. And look out for the video with more info on all this stuff and links. I'm not going to go into detail like I tried to do with the app with y'all, but I'll share the app with them and all of that, and share the page that has the printout to everything. All right, guys, have a great one. Be blessed. Remember, in order to be great, you have to be grateful. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and happy 4th of July. And let's get this $1,000, baby. Step 1 on full effect. Bye. Have a beautiful time.